Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Step Up to Rise Up, our new weekly show that I'll be coming to you live on Mondays at noon Central and work with you on doing some tips and training about the current topic that we're on. Generally, they will be a month at a time. This month, as you know, a lot of you have registered for our 30 Days to Gratitude Challenge, and I'm so glad to welcome you all. If you've not registered, it's okay. You can register at any time. The goal in registering is a couple of things. Number one, it gives me a record of who I know is participating, and it makes you eligible for prizes and such that we'll be awarding at the end of our challenge. Also, it's a way for you to get some free resources because I include in your emails that um, I send out some resources for you. One of them was a journal that you can use just as is, or as you'll find out today, one of the secrets, you can adapt that in whatever ways work for you. And the second resource is a assessment, if you will. And by taking the assessment, you'll think about your current practice right now, and there will be some helps along the way as you take that to note how you might improve too. So, before we jump into today's topic, I wanted to just welcome you all to our weekly show, Step Up to Rise Up, and introduce myself quickly. I'm Linda Nelson, and I'm a belief confidence coach, and I am passionate about helping women find their purpose, step into it, and provide them tools and support and everything they need to do that so that they can begin to live a life of intention and impact. It's just so easy for us to let life happen instead of taking charge and taking our lives back. So that's what I'm all about. Today's topic is about 3 secrets that I'm going to give you to set yourself up for success and ensure that you are creating this habit called gratitude and journaling, because we want to write it down, and we've got some time to work on it. So I want you to set yourself up for success. So that's what today is about. Many of you have probably figured out by some of my, I wouldn't say mistakes, I'll say missteps. How's that? In sending out emails and notifying you and getting attachments to you and all that, that I am doing some things to try some new technologies. If you've been hanging in there with me in the last month, you realize that I started a podcast called Morning Motivation with Linda Nelson. And I am so appreciative of your feedback, your listening. We started that in October with our Count Your Blessings, Count Your Steps challenge as a way for you to take me with you. And as that challenge continued, it occurred to me that there's lots of ways you can take me with you. And when you download Spotify, for example, it's on your phone. And so when you have those moments throughout the day, as we sometimes do, stuck in traffic or waiting on appointments or waiting for kids or whatever that might be, you can quickly listen to a 10 to 15 motivational message from me on Spotify. So some of you took me along on your physical walk and worked on your spiritual walk as well. So I am continuing to put podcasts out there, though not Monday through Friday. I'm doing them 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So the plan is that those podcasts will delve even deeper and maybe be motivating for you in addition to our live session here. We also tried on Friday the audio room, which is on Friday, and that is sort of Facebook's answer to Clubhouse, which is kind of this new thing that was happening out there. And it's got some kinks in it, and I learn as I go. And so we had a couple people join that were very, patient. We may not have the best time, so we'll figure it out. But yes, I'm trying some automation. I'm trying podcasts. I'm trying to beef up this weekly show. I'm just trying a lot of things before the first of the year. So thank you for being my guinea pigs and for hanging in there with me. I love that you guys support me in whatever I do, and I hope that I support you in your goals as much as you do me. So let's get into today's topic. As I said, you can take part in this challenge in any way that works for you. I don't want you to get overwhelmed with too many things. Just start, as you know, with baby step. Baby steps is the way to go. So if all you can do is listen to a live, fine. If all you can do is listen to a podcast once in a while, fine. If all you have time for is to see what's going on in the group and you come and check out some of the posts, that's fine too. I want you to do what you have time for, but prioritize what you're going to do and do include writing. That is what this 30 days is all about. I've shared my story with many of you about the benefits that I got, life-changing benefits from taking some time to journal my thoughts. And it's such a stress reliever. It gets your thoughts out of your head and onto paper. It brings clarity. It's a process that you go and you have a record to refer back to. Because when you're in this growth mode that we've been talking about, when you're growing as a person, when you're stepping up and taking on new challenges, when you're rising up to be your best self, it's important that you take some time for yourself. And there's no better way than through silence and through writing it down. I know that my revelations often came randomly and in pieces. And over time, I was able to put things together. I now have taken those pieces, that journey that I went on of self-discovery, and have broken that down into more manageable steps that I teach in my Believe in You Academy, so that you can get in and do that deep internal work that is often the reason you're stymied in your life, that you're overwhelmed maybe, that you don't know where to start, that you haven't thought about your life and the clarity that you would like. So it's that reflective, guided, self-paced tour of your inner self, if you will, to bring out the very best in you. And that is exactly what I do when I work with people. So you will find over the course of the next couple months, as I try some things out, that there will be a number of ways that you can work with me. One of them is in the academy, but I am producing some things here in the group for you that you can take and get some action every week. So stay tuned for all of that. And then, of course, we will supplement that going forward with the podcast so that you can, in effect, take me with you on your day for a break, for a quiet moment, for challenging days and times where you need some motivation on the fly. So that's the plan. So today's topic, as I said, are 3 secrets to setting yourself up for success in this whole journaling experience. And the first secret I want to ensure that I remember to tell you right away is that there are no rules. If you listen to one of the podcasts from last week, we talked about there's a number of ways to journal, and it's as limited as your imagination, really. I know people, and I started out this way myself, who have just taken their calendar and written a word or a phrase on a calendar or some quotes that were impactful for them. But the key is they wrote things down. That is something you have to do. So however you need to do to get things on paper, even if it's just jotting down a couple of thoughts in a journal that's with your devotions, or a little journal or a little notebook that's on your bedside table, or whatever that happens to be. Just being ready, and that will be one of the secrets we're going to talk about, but being ready to write is very important. And I want you to just embrace that there are no rules. However this comes to you, let it flow. We're starting this challenge simply by just being mindful right now of what we're grateful for each day. 1 to 3 things as a way to just get it on paper. And so it's nothing tricky. It's nothing you have to really think about real hard, but I want you to write 1 to 3 things every day that you're thankful for and why. At first, if all you get is 1 to 3 things on a list, that's okay. But I want you to add to it because it causes your brain to problem solve, and that's what the brain loves to do. So asking it why is a really good question to start with. So remember, there are no rules. Just make this what you need to do for you to make it work for you. That's important. We also, I'm going to give you some suggestions of other things that you might try during this gratitude challenge to just make you aware of, your surroundings and mindful of them. But we're in such a good month to do this. The weather has been amazing here in Minnesota. We've had warmer than usual temperatures, so perhaps you've been able to be outside more often. And so it's easy to just look up and see the changing colors, to see the sights around you are just so beautiful. To be thankful for the weather or the trees or the new season that we're in. Or maybe as you're walking or in your quiet moments, you think of people in your life that are important or circumstances that you're thankful for. But use this time to carve out some silence and some thinking time, and then write your thoughts down. So secret number 1 is just embrace it. There are no rules. You can do whatever works for you and how you need to do this. You can start small with little bullet points, a little list, 1, 2, 3, much like you do a shopping list, or you can write phrases and eventually sentences or paragraphs. So baby steps, remember. So there are no rules. That would be secret number 1. Just embrace your uniqueness and how this will work for you. The second secret is to be prepared. Sometimes what keeps us from developing a habit is we're not prepared. Like we have in mind to do journaling. We have in mind that that's where we're going to start, but then we didn't set ourselves up for success, say the day before or the night before. For example, say you want to incorporate this new habit. This is called habit stacking, with something you're already doing, like your devotion time. Maybe you spend 10 to 15 minutes reading a devotional or reading some scripture in the morning. That's a great habit, and adding the next step of journaling is actually a pretty good tandem. So while you're writing, you simply ask, while you're reading your devotion at the end of it, you simply ask, God, what is it you want me to get from this today? And just jot down a phrase, a couple of bullet points, a sentence, whatever that might be. Because once you write it down, it stays with you. You think about it and ponder it throughout your day. But if you're not prepared at your devotion time, so in other words, you sit in your chair, your favorite chair, whatever that is, or your favorite place to read your devotion, some people actually do it in their car, I've heard, taking kids to school. But you need to be prepared. So in other words, you got to have that journal handy and a pen handy so that it's right there ready for you, that there is no excuse. It's all right there, ready to go. So being prepared to write is very important. So the first secret, number 1, was no rules. Embrace that and just enjoy it. Have fun with it. Use whatever you can, just 1 to 3 words to start of what you're thankful for and why. And number 2 is to be prepared. Now, I've also made it easy for you if you'd rather just work from prompts, for example, instead of writing a list of what you're thankful for. Some people's minds work better if there are some prompts for them to write about. So that's what's in that resource that when you register, you're sent via email that gratitude journal. That will help you. That will help you have some prompts and a place to write if you need it. Say you didn't prepare yourself with buying a journal, for example. At least you have that. And so use that as prompts or don't use it. Use it in a digital form and just have it trigger your mind and write things in your own journal. Or use the paper that you printed off on and write right there. So it's all about preparation, and it's all about planning ahead for that, so that when you are in the habit, you are ready for it, that it can happen each day because you're all set. You prepared for that in advance. So that's secret number 2. Secret number 3 is to have a special place. There's something triggering in the mind about associating a new habit that you're trying to create with a place. So for example, I have different special places depending on the season. In the summer, when it's really nice and warm outside, I will often bring my journal to my deck, along with my devotion materials and that kind of thing. And I will have it with me because I find that's my happy place. I associate just those quiet moments with God, that time where I'm in silence. I have no distractions. I get to enjoy my gardens. I enjoy that place. And so when I connect the feelings that I have from that place to my journaling, then I look forward to going to that place. In the winter, because of temperature changes, I need to change my place. And so that is then now my chair in my living room. And I have all my materials there ready for me to go, so that the moment my coffee is brewed and in my cup, I'm ready to start my routine or my habit of journaling along with my devotional time. But that is a special place for me too. I lay out a candle, for example, something that I've been doing for a really long time. I learned it when I made my walk to Emmaus. And when I light that candle, it reminds me that Christ is with me. And so I'm enjoying my coffee with him, in effect. And so that has become a special place, something that I look forward to going to. And so I want you to create a special place, someplace that is your happy place, where you can be alone with your thoughts, where you can really associate all these positive, good feelings, because then you'll associate positive, good feelings with the journaling as well. So you might even want to incorporate, your favorite journal or your favorite pen in that happy place, because those are all visual cues to your brain. This is where I find peace. This is where I find clarity. This is where I can write. So those 3 secrets will set you up for success. Just embrace there's no rules. Have fun with this. That's number 1. Number 2 is to be prepared. And sometimes that means getting all your things ready the night before, or having them out ready to be used. And then the third secret is to have a special place, something that you associate with really good feelings, a happy place somehow. And if it isn't happy, create a happy place for you. Create a space that you look forward to going to. That's what I have for you today, my friends. Be sure to join me in my podcasts. I'll post those in the group as they're published. And take me along with you on the podcast, and I will have some additional helps or tips and motivation to keep you going on this gratitude journey that we're on. I believe this week I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience with what I've referred to as Miracle Morning. It was an author that it really did change my life, and I'll talk a little bit about that this week. Also, let's see, what else do I have? about just taking action, being perfectly or imperfectly done beats perfectly undone every day. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And I think I've got some things about growth mindset and growing into the person that you're becoming in the weeks ahead. So look for that too. In the meantime, my friends, be blessed. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me. If you're not able to join me live at noon, then by all means, put in the comments, #replay, and let me know your thoughts as you're learning this journaling habit this month. So with that, have a blessed day, everyone. I'll talk to you tomorrow on the podcast.